So it's been a while since I did one of these. Oh, maybe I didn't get that. So it's been a while since I did one of these. Um, all three of us actually went to the orthodontist today. Caitlin's is kind of just normal stuff. She's in power chains, top and bottom, possibly to be removed December if they can get her gaps closed. If not, then they're going to try to give it another 6 weeks after that, I think. And if that, like, she may be as far as she can go. So then after that, she's got at least till, at the least December, at the most January, February. Which puts her a little bit longer than what they had suspected. And then I got some crazy news today. Like, I knew I had an overbite. I've always had an overbite. It's not horrible. But, I've lived with it all my life. And they came, like, I started this whole journey, if you go back and watch my videos, because I need to get, crowns done. And, I had some issues with crowding on the top, and they wanted that fixed so they could put the crowns on. So now I'm on power chains. That's what that is. Power chains. To try to close the gaps, or to close the gaps. And he said, have they talked to you anything about your overbite, like how to fix it? And I told him what the other, like the orthodontist that originally started out there said. He said, we can't do it with just bands because you've got, you've got a decent overbite, which nobody's ever noticed it. So, and it's not something I'm self-conscious about, so I'm not really worried about it. But I don't want to go through all this and still, like, the crazy thing is like, I said, so if things are finished early, do I pay less? No. But if it takes longer, I don't pay more. The only thing that costs more is, like, if there's more stuff that has to be added, like different devices or different hardware, then I have to pay for it. So I said, okay, so what's my options? Well, we can remove a tooth on both sides. And I can't remember if he said upper or lower. And then, keep up with the treatment as planned and do bands and stuff like that and fix your overbite. I said, well, what if I don't want to have teeth pulled? Because I'm just not a huge fan of that idea. Maybe you all could give me some feedback. I'm nervous because when I had my wisdom teeth cut out, I had my wisdom teeth cut out when I was 17, 18 years old. I had a horrible time with that. I had dry socket. Granted, I did smoke at the time. I don't smoke now. But I worry about infection and stuff like that. And just the idea of having gaps from having teeth missing for a little bit. I mean, I know I got some weird gaps that developed from the braces. It just makes me nervous. But he said that, like, once the gaps and stuff are closed in my teeth now, that the bite will situate a little bit more. So there is a slim possibility that may not even be, like, a suggested route we could take. But more than likely that's going to be it. So I don't know. My concern is, one, I know that normally on our insurance, extractions are free, but does that cover, like, healthy teeth? Or is this going to be considered cosmetic? I don't know. So I need to find that out, because if it costs extra, I just really don't want to spend any more money on it. I really don't. Especially considering that, like, basically if they got my top teeth straight, like they pretty much have, with the exception of that one gap, I'm not really worried about the overbite. I mean, it sucks because I'm trying to figure it out. My tooth's hitting a bracket, not another tooth. I'm not really worried about it, about the overbite, because it's never been a problem for me. I've never been self-conscious about it. It's not horrible. Just so I can get my crowns done eventually. But if my insurance pays for it, I'm thinking about it, but I'm still nervous about the idea of just having teeth pulled. I've never had that done, other than baby teeth. So, and I've had wisdom teeth cut out, but that's a lot different. So, I'm just curious. Thoughts? What would you do if you were in my position? If I go back and I was like, okay, the only way to fix the overbite is to remove a tooth from each side. I can't remember if they said upper or lower. and then just continue with treatment with some other devices like bands and stuff to fix the overbite. Do I fix the overbite? That I'm not concerned about. Because my worry is that he just closes the gaps and doesn't really worry about how straight my teeth are. They're pretty straight now on the top. The bottom are a little jacked up, but a lot of it's because of gaps, and that'll close too. So they could possibly be pretty straight, but then my bite's still going to be off. But like I said, I've lived like that forever, and I've just been doing this to get the so I could get crowns and know that they would stay on. So what would you do? I'm curious on that. I will have Caitlin do a small update, and then Aiden got his braces today. He started treatment today, and again, treatment course has changed a little bit because there's a new orthodontist at the office that we see, and there's a long story of why, but they started him in braces, and they said that they would have to see like where his teeth go, because they said he has a classic sign of like a thumb sucker, but he never sucked his thumb, that his front teeth are pulled out and his bottom teeth are pushed in. So they want to push in the top teeth and pull out the bottom teeth and see, you know, and then kind of assess the bite situation there in his lower jaw. Well, he had a palate expander on the top just because his palate was just so small. And apparently it's genetic, because he said that's what happened to me. My lower jaw just never grew the size it needed to be to match my top jaw. My daughter didn't have that issue, but he does. So I'm assuming that he probably gets it from me, and mine was probably a lot worse when I was younger, and I just got older and grew a little bit, so I got better. But it is easier to fix at his age when they're in their growth spurt, which he's starting to hit. So I'll know more there. So I don't know if he's going to go in the herbalist or what. They said that once his teeth have started moving, we'll have more of an idea if he needs to do like a spring top device, an herbalist, headgear, whatever. Yeah, so he's in braces, so he'll be excited to start his other chapter of his oral issues, because he was in the palate expander, and then he had 4 braces across the front teeth. Absolutely love the office we go to. Kenny's just getting over having braces, and the orthodontist is like, do you just not like braces, or do you not like me too? And she's like, no, I just don't like the braces, like I'm over it. So she's pretty honest. Anyway, so she may be 16 when she gets them taken off, and I want to say she was 14 when she had them put on, and they didn't quite give us 2 years with her, because her teeth weren't that bad. But this dentist, or this orthodontist, is like very particular. Like, he wants everything perfect before he takes them off, which, I mean, with what we're paying, we should be getting them perfect, you know. I was very shocked at how much Aiden's is going to cost me, considering how much treatment he may have to have. Not bad at all. Yeah, our insurance is covering 50% of that, so that's a plus. But I wanted to give you guys an update and show you that, yes, power chains for now, and see what you guys think about me having a tooth removed on each side to try to fix the overbite, if I should worry about it, if I should take into consideration cost, since all I've really been doing this for is just to get my crowns, because I'm not really a superficial person. I'm not saying that people that want perfect teeth are superficial, because I get like wanting that, but like it's never bothered me. So in my mind, I don't see wasting extra money on it if I don't need it. But at the same time too, like, I'm gonna be paying out the ass, forever for braces that I may not have for an entire year. I'll just go on a retainer, and then then I'll have to pay to get my crowns done. And I do know they're paid at 80%, so that's a plus. I just have to say, I'm gonna have to have. At first, they were talking about crowning me from here to here, like making it one solid piece, but I want a top of gold, or like a rose gold or a white gold on my incisors, and it has something to do with my ancestry, my nationality. I guess, would it be nationality? I mean, I'm American, but my ancestry has something to do with that. Most people with my ancestry do have gold in their mouth at some point, so I kind of want to honor that. And if that dentist won't do it, then I know the dentist that works in the same office my orthodontist will, because she's got a whole profile of nothing but like gold teeth and stuff like that she's done. So I'll go to her. Our insurance should cover it. And actually, I found out that dental gold is in between metal and porcelain, so it's not as expensive as porcelain, and it's supposed to be stronger. And what they were gonna do with this, like for these, was build like a device to go over it, like a big, just one big crown, and it would be a mixture of porcelain and metal and then made to match the color of my teeth. So I'm just gonna see about, if they're gonna do that, then capping the incisors themselves in a dental gold. It's a little bit different from just straight gold, from what I understand, and it's cheaper and it's stronger. So we'll see. Not like I could have just like a full grill put in up there, just like a dental gold, because it's gonna be permanent. And then like kind of crazy when I was older. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will update you guys again very soon, and be watching out for a video from Aiden himself. I'm gonna let him talk to you guys about whatever he wants to talk to you guys about. So it could be braces, it could be braces in Fortnite, it could be a little bit of anything. Anyway, happy Halloween. Love you guys. If it's your first time here, hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up. I post a little bit about anything, and if you go to Caitlin's journey, like the little list that I have for her, you'll see where she had her wisdom teeth cut out, and there's a video that is hilarious about her crying, not wanting to be a Kardashian. I'll try to link it like as a suggested video on here, because it is really funny. Anyway, I love you guys, and I hope to see you guys soon. And don't forget, leave me your advice. Should I do the tooth pulling if it needs to be or not? Because I'm really not a fan of the idea, but I'm curious to see what others think. Bye.